Shalom, brothers. Do another quick hit, man, on the Chariots of Yahawah, YAHAWASHI. Give all praise to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, WAHA, QADASH. Give double honor to the elders of GMF on down. Peace and blessings to the third who believe and receive this truth. And to the confusion of faith brothers as well, who pushing hard for Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, man. Hating is coming, man. Hating the destruction of fucking Babylon, man. Waiting to get the fuck up out of here, man. So I'm just gonna do a quick hit on the Chariots, man. So, because the Chariots of Yahawah, YAHAWASHI are so-called UFOs. So, just the Chariots of Yahawah, YAHAWASHI are so-called UFOs, man, which the FBI, CIA have been not too well been hiding in the last recent years, but have been keeping secret for years and years and thousands of years now. Not that the CIA was existing for thousands of years. Just that Esau, he's always known about the Chariots, man. The Chariots have always been talked about and written and drawn about for thousands of generations, man. And everybody knows about the UFOs, but not everybody knows exactly what they are. Only the hopeful elect, man, and some other few people, and especially these devils, man, they're totally aware of what these things are, and especially in these days and times. That's why you had like Griffith. That's why you had the observatory shut down not too long ago, because they must have been seeing too many things up in the heavens, man. And if they were allowing people to look up into the heavens, they would have seen some miraculous and out of this world things that the Chariots were doing. Because these Chariots, man, they're not like the UFOs that they promote in these movies. Although they can take a physical shape, which they're mainly like gold and silver and things like that. They're also extraterrestrial vehicles, man. Vehicles of war. They have laser beams. They can shoot laser beams. They can shoot fire. They can shoot lightning. They can shapeshift. They could turn into anything they want. Anything they basically want. Shrink down to the size of a dot. Expand to the size of a huge ass planet. And when the Lord comes back, man, he's coming back in a huge chariot, like they've always shown you in these movies, mainly the Independence Day, because it says that the Son of Man shall come through the clouds, man, in a great cloud on a white horse or on a white cloud, which is referring to a huge ass UFO, man, and that's why you see all these in the movies. They show like these aliens coming out of it, which actually depicts like the angels coming out from a huge chariot. That's coming, that's flying over the sky, man, utterly destroying, man, and annihilating, man. But unlike these movies, man, these chariots and the Lord's chariot and the Lord and the angels, we're not gonna be touched with one scratch. We're not gonna be hit with one missile, with nothing, man. They're gonna come and destroy and bring total annihilation, man. It's gonna be 100% annihilation. And they're all gonna come out of it without one scratch, man. It's gonna be something out of this world, man. And it's not gonna be like these movies, man, because they would try to put hope into this world, like they're gonna overcome these aliens. Because that's the pride of Esau, man, that he wants to fight the Lord and his chariots, man. But that's just the Lord's power, man, because the Lord controls all things, and so He controls our enemies as well. And then He puts His spirit in them to fight against. He will put the spirit in them to fight against them, even though they tremble with fear, because the Lord likes a good fight, and He had them make all these things that He prepared to fight with them with. So basically these chariots, man, they're extraterrestrial, man. They're not, although they can be physical, they could travel through walls. They could travel on all different directions, unlike anything you've ever seen. And they could travel through wormholes, man, through portals and everything, different dimensions, different realms, from the spiritual realm to the physical realm, to where we're at right now, the third dimension, to the fourth, to the fifth, and beyond, and ultimately they can teleport, from here into the Lord's throne in an instant, man. They don't need to travel all the distance, even though if they wanted to, they could travel faster than the speed of light. there's no limit to the Lord's power, man. This thing that we're in is very heavy, man. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing, man, and an honor to be able to be a hopeful elect, the one around the God, man. We're willing that we are those men, you know. So I just wanted to do a quick hit on this, man, because I see Chariots all the time, man. You know, Lord God, the one around the God. I am one of those men. But you know, the hopeful elect, man. The Lord shows us. He gives us a treat every now and then, you know. And especially when I first came into this truth, man, I was seeing Chariots like crazy, man. I have testimonies of wild testimonies, man. Just my first vision I had coming into this truth. The very first day I went out to the brothers. It was into the days, man. That very next night, I think it was that Sunday night, or either that Saturday night or like a Sunday night, man. I had a huge vision, man, of these Chariots. They were rolling deep in the heavens, man. I was like in this fancy place where there was like pools and there were like people having like barbecues, and then all of a sudden it was like nighttime, like it was so dark at night, like it was like a dark night sunset, so like where the sun was kind of up but not really, so it was mostly night sky, so it looked really nice in the sky, man. I seen like this huge green light start from the right side, one on top and one on bottom. The one on top was a little bigger than the one on bottom, and they both had a long trail behind them, kind of like Dragon Ball Z, you know. And they were flying, and everyone's like, "Look, check it out!" You know. We looked up in the sky, man. They were flying simultaneously with each other, kind of separate, man. And then the bottom one disappeared, and they were green. They were a green color, and then the top one just opened up and expanded to like it opened up and expanded so huge, man. It was, I don't know, it was like half of the sky, up in the sky, man. But instead of just leaving a single trail behind it, if you brothers know, man, like Dragon Ball Z, you know, when they fly through the sky, sometimes their aura has like these little chops in it, you know, like these other, like, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. It just opens up huge, but it was like that, and it was huge the whole way. And I was tripping the fuck out because it was like my first real vision from YAHAWASHI, and then and when it flew a little further on to the left, behind it, all of a sudden appeared all these chariots, and the only way I could describe it was like it looked like that game called Galaga. Maybe not too many of you younger brothers know, but the older brothers, Galaga is an arcade game that you could play, and those chariots look like that color of our arcade game, and they were in formation like that behind that huge green aura of a chariot, you know. Basically, I thought it was like through the spirit, man. I think it was like the spirit of Yahushua flying through the sky, man. And then those chariots, it was pretty crazy, man, because they were flying in formation, and they looked like they were going to battle, you know. It looked amazing in the sky. It wasn't nothing subtle, man. Like every eye was looking up, man. Everyone was in awe, including myself, you know. And that was just one of my visions, man. But, you know, a lot of brothers have so many testimonies, man. I've seen chariots, like even in real life, man. You know, like I have too. The Lord of the Lords, He gives us a little treat every now and then, man. And it's only face boosting and all that, you know. You know, sure sign that this is the truth, and we are a part of the truth, and that this is heavy, man. You know, and especially the chariots of YAHAWAH are the so-called UFOs, man, extraterrestrial vehicles of the heavens, man. You know, they're really something else, man. And the election of the Lord, man, we are gonna have our own chariots, man. More than one, for sure. You know, we're gonna be stunning, man. It's gonna be badass, man. I just want to get into this just a little bit right here. Just kind of going to the chariot when you have a shotgun. It says in Revelation 14 and 15, it says, "And another angel came out of the temple crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud." Oh, so okay, man. Revelation 14 and 14. "And I looked, and behold, a white cloud." A white cloud is talking about a chariot, man, because in another verse it talks about him coming in a white horse. So is he coming in a white horse or a white cloud? to these churches and stuff, to all these people who don't know the scriptures, can't break it down, who are now the elect. They're gonna try to say it as a cloud or as a horse, but this is not. This is not. This book is spiritual, man, and all people are gonna receive the truth. And so when it's talking about the white horse or the white cloud, it's talking about a chariot, man. It's basically just talking about a vehicle, you know. So his that chariot that he's coming in is gonna be huge, man. It's gonna cover the whole sky. You're not gonna be able to see the beginning or the end of it, and it's gonna be glowing in a beautiful white pure aura, you know. It's gonna be something out of this world, man. We can only imagine, you know. In other words, not the Lord's not playing games when he comes back, man. It's gonna be a huge entrance. He's not gonna come in sneakily and do his thing and like bounce out. No, he's coming in to be the main attraction, you know, the main sight, you know, and he's coming to destroy, man. Save his elect and destroy the rest. So then I looked and behold a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man. So it was Yahawashi, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle, man. Verse 15, and another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe, man. And so that's what the Lord's coming to do, man. He's coming to reap the earth, man. He's coming to destroy, man. He's coming to bring destruction and death, man. The Lord says, I come not to bring peace, but to bring division, man. So that's the only thing he's coming to do, man. He's coming to save their life. And everybody else is gonna get destroyed, man. They're gonna cast that smoke. You know, everyone that's been talking smack, everyone that's been spitting on his people, man. And he remembers everything that happened to him too, because in the spiritual world, 2 days is like a thousand years is like 1 day. So it's only been 2,000 years since the Lord died. So it's only been 2 days in a spiritual realm. If you can receive that, yeah. So the Lord, you can imagine how pissed the Lord's off, how pissed the Lord is. That's a lot, man. How pissed the Lord is. The Lord's pissed, man. And Yahawashi is waiting for the day, just as we are, man. Because the Lord Yahweh is gonna send him. The Lord Yahweh is gonna be the one who's gonna call it, and everyone else is gonna deal with it, you know. Because no one knows the day or hour but Yahweh himself. I was gonna go to another one. That's the Cruise of Chariots, man. Yeah, because this is when Yahawashi rose up from the dead after he had done what he had to do and died for the sins of all Israel, and mainly the elect. And he was risen again, and he was taken away, man. But you know, it's so amazing when you learn this truth, because you really think like when you read this, or not when you weren't in the truth. Because I was knowing the Bible a little bit before I knew about like Yahawashi and that we were the children of Israel, you know, and such forth. So I didn't really take this into like deep thought, but it was heavy, man, because a chariot came out of the heavens, man, and picked him up and took him up into the fourth dimension, man, where the Lord's at, Yahweh, you know, and just how he's gonna be taken out, how he was taken out, we're gonna be received as well. Those who are still left and remain on the earth when that time comes. Some of us are gonna be with Yahawashi and those chariots coming back already in a new body. It's gonna be amazing, man. We're all gonna get our hands busy. This is Acts 1 verse 9. It says, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. You see that? So is it talking about just an actual cloud that came down to the earth? It could be, but that's not what the case is. It's actually talking about a chariot. It's talking about a so-called UFO, an extraterrestrial vehicle, man. It came up from the heavens. It came down, man. The Lord Yahweh sent it for him. It came out stunning, you know. Like go and pick up my son, man. It's time for him to come up with me until the time comes for him to reap the earth. You know. So the cloud came out, man. The chariot that came down, and it picked him up, man. That's badass, man. I can only imagine it, man. And all the apostles they saw right there, man. Man, that's fucking badass, dude. And verse 10, and while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, because they were in awe, of his gathering, of his rescue, of his pickup. Behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which is talking about angels. So you can imagine two Slovakia man, two dark men, the angels, because the angels are dark as well, just like the Lord, just like we've seen them. I think you brothers don't know. There's a video out there where the angel, we actually seen an angel of the Lord recently. For all the hopeful elect, man, the Lord showed us that, and he was sitting amongst the crowd in a football game, and he looked perfect. He looked clean as fuck. And two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, "Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven?" Because they told him, like, why you say, like, why are you in so awe and looking up into heaven, man, to the skies, man, to the outer space. So this same YAHAWASHI, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. So that's how he's coming, man. He's gonna come just as he went, man. He's coming in a chariot. He's gonna come in a huge chariot. Pretty much, he's coming up with his father chariot, man. He's borrowing his father's chariot, which is the father's chariot. That's how badass he's gonna come stunting, man. He's gonna come with the spirit of his father Yahawah. Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man, coming with ultimate wrath, with the wrath and the anger of the Lord Yahweh himself. And the elect also will have that same anger and wrath in them. But the Lord is gonna put it in us. He's gonna put his anger in us to do according to his will and to his thoughts, his mind. It's gonna be crazy, man. We're gonna be on a whole nother level, man. Lord willing, all the one after that we are those men. Yeah, that's all I want to go with right here. But yeah, man. Chariots, man, they are so UFOs, man, and that's our salvation, man. And those are the vehicles of the heavens, man. Of Yahweh and Yahawashi. I mean, would you rather have a chariot that can travel through wormholes and dimensions and do all these otherworldly things and appear as otherworldly in all ways possible? Or would you rather have a Ferrari, maxed out, all custom out, but still have to go to traffic, still have to pay taxes, you still gotta go to the DMV, if you get crashed, you gotta fix it. You can't travel through wormholes. You gotta drive on the ground. You can't fly. Come on, man. If anybody just wants this, man, you're definitely a 2/3, man, and you're gonna die. That's just plain and simple, man. To close it out, man, I'm just gonna show this clip, man. This chariot that you can look up UFOs spotted on YouTube. UFOs in the sky. UFO destroys missile, because that's what I'm gonna show right now. And there's so many videos actually right now. Before the family at work comes, you better look it up, man. These chariots, man. There's proof. There's the real proof. And so I'm just gonna close it out with this, man. This video that this chariot came down and destroyed this nuclear warhead, because the Lord controls all things, man, and what he wants to happen will happen, man. So the Lord actually let them build this missile instead of just cutting it off from even being built. He actually let Esau build this missile to let it shoot. They made all their plans and whatever. And when they actually shot it off, he sent a surprise. Then he sent his angel, one of his angels, and one of his chariots to go and destroy it, and shot it down with a laser beam. And this missile was actually flying like thousands of miles per hour, man. And this chariot just flew around it like it was nothing. That's just the power, man. And really, with that chariot, what do you call it? what that chariot gave example to was like nothing, man. Because like the power of the Lord is beyond us, and it's unlimited, it's limitless, man. So we've only seen a few things, man. So I'm just gonna close it off with this, brother.
Down, shoot another beam of light at the warhead, and flew out the same way it came in.
Well, I don't see. Why didn't you see this when you were shooting it?
Well, it was 600 to 800 miles away from us.
Oh, I got you.
They confiscated. Well, first flew down, shoot another flew up to the top, shot another beam of light at the frame, shot a beam of light at the warhead, flew up to the top, shot another beam of light at the warhead, flew around the direction it was flying, shot another beam of light at the warhead, flew down, shoot another beam of light at the warhead, and flew out the same way it came in.
Well, I don't see. Why didn't you see this when you were shooting it?
Well, it was 600 to 800 miles away from us.
Oh, I got you.
They confiscated.